Uh, yes, uh, I believe that. Yes, exactly. I believe that government should focus on healthcare, and supposing that supposing that the Uttar Pradesh as a government of India, they had spend money on the building infrastructure of the medical care, and so this is all about what our country what our country is doing now.
Okay, good. Thank you, Vikash. So that is good detailing right there, guys. Okay, so he was able to use the word supposing that. Okay, thank you, Vikash. All right. Okay, so let's move forward, guys. Yes, beware. Joseph loves to call people when he's quite bored. But of course, guys, you need to be confident when I call you, okay? You can do it. All right, so moving forward. When you say on the other hand, guys, again, on the other hand can only be used on the writing examination and not on the speaking examination. You have to remember that. So you should be saying in contrast, besides, then again, notwithstanding, still and all, contrastingly, even so, on the basis thereof, and though. Right. These are ways for us to be able to move on from one particular topic to the other. You can say, then again, some students would prefer to study in a private school in a sense that they think the features of that particular school can be beneficial for them. Right. So let me give you an example. Let's say on the basis thereof. Okay. So I was asked by the examiner a question. Please talk about the students who wants to study in a public school and private institutions. Okay, hold on, wait, we have a chat. Don't call me sir, I'm listening while preparing for work. Okay, Grayston, no problem. All right, so for example, the question is, please talk about the students who are studying in public and private institutions. All right. Well, given the situation of that particular notion, public students or students who prefer to be erudited in public institutions have the advantage of getting credible educators in a sense that all the teachers of that particular school are licensed. On the basis thereof, when moving forward to the private schools and institutions, I think the most commendable aspect of that particular choice of education is that it is much more focused, as well as, of course, there is an advancement when it comes to the facilities and the like, so to speak. Right. So if you are actually detailing, you can actually use on the basis thereof. There you go. Actually, guys, I don't know if this is a good idea, but we have had this idea in class the other day that maybe one of these days we'll be live online, and then instead of me being the examiner before the live assessment, I will be the test taker. Would you like to see that? Tell me if you would like to see that. If you like to see that, please type yes. But if you don't, yes. Okay, Ken. Good. Thank you. Okay, so maybe on Wednesday, guys, on our next live assessment, live speaking assessment class. Okay, I'll go first. I will be the test taker. Sir Jeff will be the examiner. There you go. My gosh, I'm nervous. Huh? I'm kidding. All right, so let's move forward. Now, when we are closing a statement, guys, there are an array of ways for us to be able to close our statements, right? You can say, so to speak, score 10. Yes, no, Maria, I'm not confident. I'm kidding. All right, so for closing a statement, guys, you can say, so to speak, at the end part when you have stated an eccentric view. When I say an eccentric view, it is a view that is out of the usual, per se, right? Or you can say, might as well. It should only be seen at the end part of your sentence when you just stated a logical view. You can also say in short at the beginning of the sentence for you to be able to state that you are about to recapitulate your answers. You can also say finally, what I want to say is at the beginning of the sentence when you are about to state another point. And of course, you can say, oh, okay. Yes, yes, yes. I will. I will. Thank you, Angry Birds, for that. I love your name, Angry Birds. Yes, there are a lot of Angry Birds here in the Philippines. I'm kidding. Sir Jeff said, I am more nervous to ask questions. Angry Bird said, Sir, kindly use "ergo" in a sentence, please. Okay, later on, I will. All right, so what else, guys? You can actually say, to recapitulate, just to end the point, "ergo," therefore, or as expected, to make a foreseeable outcome for that particular idea. Okay, so let's say that we're going to be using the word "ergo." All right. So let's say that the question is, do you think books are recommended for the younger generation to read at an early age? Right? Okay, again, the question is, do you think the books will be recommended for the younger generation to read at a young age? Okay, so the answer would be definitely. I concur, or I surmise that that is a particular notion that can be beneficial for them in a sense that it can develop particular set of skills as regards their capacity in reading, as well as, of course, taking mental notes and visualization. According to recent accounts of the studies of a psychologist pertaining to the development of the younger generation, he has stated that the adage states that children can actually learn more if they're exposed to reading at a significantly early age. Ergo, that particular claim can actually be beneficial in an array of ways, so to speak. Right, there you go, guys. So we were able to use the word ergo to close our statements. Oh, yes. I English. Who's pubical? It is my honor to be the examiner of Sir Clint. Okay. You and Sir Jeff can actually beat me after the class. All right. There you go, guys. So to use our go, actually you can oh, that's Leo. That's Teo pala. Okay. So what else, guys? Also, you can use the word as expected if you are going to be foreseeing something. All in all, Babita, yes, you can also use all in all, by and large. There you go. But please, guys, do not say in conclusion, okay? Do not say in conclusion, because in conclusion should only be used for the for the writing examination, rather. All right? Okay, moving forward. Are we still awake? Are we still learning? Do you want me to call somebody? Do you need a 5-minute intermission for bathroom break, guys? Maybe some of you have been holding yourselves for 5 minutes. Do you need a 5-minute bathroom break? Yeah, bladder break. Do you need 5 minutes before we push forward? Who needs 5 minutes bladder break? Okay, just to breathe and take all in. Take the details in. Nobody wants to go on a 5-minute bladder break? Yep. Yes. Okay. Can. Okay, good. All right, so let's give you guys 5 minutes for the time being. Let's cope with each other and talk to one another as regards your preparation. Okay. So for those of you who wants to go to the bathroom or to the toilet, you have 5 minutes, and then we shall continue on the ways to close your answers. Okay. So go on. Yes, Sir Jeff. Above all this can actually be used on the speaking examination as well. Sir Jeff, the PDF. Yes, yes, guys, I will be preparing the PDF after this discussion, and then I will be sending it to Sir Jeff. Okay? I will put my face on the PDF so that you guys can remember me. I'm kidding. I'm having my coffee break. Antoinette Pinales. Yes, I am actually drinking my coffee too, guys. You're very much welcome, Jerome, my dear. Okay, we have a question from Anushka. I think Anushka is asking, why can't we say in conclusion while speaking? Okay, so the reason for that, Anushka, is that the word in conclusion is actually not natural. It does not sound natural on the speaking examination. So, of course, for you to be able to sound more natural, you should not be saying in conclusion because it was designed for the writing examination. Okay. We also have another question from. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay, okay, okay. I'll be back. Okay, I'll be there. I'll answer all your questions. Type all your questions and then I'll answer it. Okay. Hey guys, I'm back. Okay, so I think we have questions while we were on break. So let's try to answer some of them. All right. So the next question is, hello, sir. How can we improve our fluency? Actually, guys, fluency is something that does not happen overnight. That's what I can guarantee you. When we say your fluency, you have to actually be you have to actually be persistent when it comes to your exercise and practicing as regards to your fluency. And of course, what entails a fluent person is, of course, their arrangement of their ideas or the arrangement of their ideas in their particular minds so that they do not concur what do you call this fillers like and ah. Okay. All right. So another question is, can we use to sum up the story in the speaking? Pablo Escobar. Yeah. To sum up, maybe yes, but the story technically not, in a sense that sometimes you're not telling a detailed story or you're not telling a story to your examiner, so to speak. You're actually giving them direct answers to their questions. So you can simply use to sum up. All right. Okay. Sir, how to make our voice clear as yours? You have to exercise your throat always. I'm kidding. Well, actually, what I do, guys, with my voice is that I am always doing the enunciation practice. Do you want to learn the enunciation practice? Do you want to learn the enunciation practice? Okay, so here's the enunciation practice, guys. Let me let me type the enunciation practice. Look at the chat box. I'll send it there. I don't know if I'm spelling it right. All right, there you go. It's in all caps. That is the tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips, the tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. The tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips, the tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. The tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips, the tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. Now you have to do that at least 5 times per day. Okay? When you wake up in the morning, do it 5 times. I find it most effective when it comes to your enunciation for you to do the exercise in the morning. When you wake up, after praying or whatever ritualistic behavior do you have in the morning, when you are done, you do this one. It's like a tongue twister. Yes, technically, it's like a tongue twister. However, it is actually targeting particular points in enunciation. So look, the, tip, tip, of, the, tongue, tongue, the, teeth, the, lips, lips. There you go. All right, so you can do that when you are practicing at home, all right? Okay, so what else? Patron from Madeline, to be specific, Bogota. Can we say bottom line? Technically, yes. You can say, well, bottom line. The bottom line of the idea is, yes, very good. Thank you. Next one. In the end, or I would like to conclude. In the end, because yes, you can use it. However, I would like to conclude. Please try to refrain from using that particular phrase, okay? All right. And then, sir, how can we improve our vocabulary? Actually, guys, this is a common question that I often get with my international students. How can I improve our vocabulary? Well, of course, you have to install your Merriam-Webster dictionary, right? And then look at word of the day. On that particular cluster on the application of Merriam-Webster, you're going to be seeing the academic words that are recommended on the IELTS examination, and then you try to use it every day, right? You have a separate notebook, write down the word, the meaning, and then an example sentence. And then when you're practicing with your friends or when you're practicing with your coaches, or for my students on the one-on-one coaching, they are actually using that particular technique. Okay, they use it every single day. All right. So let's continue. Everybody's ready? Okay, so type ready when you're ready. Let's continue. Yay! Okay, so pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. I have sound effects. Fight. Okay. Yeah, I do have sound effects there. Yeah, I have laughing sound effects, but I forgot to press them. Okay, guys. So let's move forward. Yeah, that's sometimes when I discuss at our class, that's what I use. Yeah, round one. Fight. Okay. I thought I pressed the wrong sound effect for that. All right, so moving forward, guys. There are times where the test takers find it difficult to close their answers. That is why they commit fillers or worse, pause at the end of the statement. Technically, guys, I know that at one point in your practice or exercise, you have encountered this, that you can no longer continue on with your idea. Hence, what you're doing is you're pausing, you're committing fillers, and you're going for I guess what I'm trying to say is instead of just closing the ideas or the ideas that you're trying to state. Okay, so to avoid this, follow the golden rule of speaking. What is the golden rule of speaking, guys? If you felt like speaking more can cause more harm on your speech, close it now. Okay? There are times, guys, wherein you don't have to detail anymore. Because if you detail further, the danger of that one is you might actually concur a lot more errors. So instead of trying to expand it or explain more on the topic, just close it. Okay? It will do you more good as compared to more harm. Now, there are an array of ways on how we can close our statements, and I will be teaching them to you. But warning, guys, do not close or end your delivery at all times. Okay? You must remember that your examiners are still grading your sentence structures, so make sure that your structures are still heard on the examination. So, sir, when can I use this? On emergency situations only, your flotation devices can be seen under your seat. Yes, you should only be using it on emergency cases with which you can no longer expand the idea, right? Or you feel like if you expand, you're just going to repeat details, or you're going to say things over and over. You're going to pause. You're going to say, you're going to stare at your examiner blankly. Just close the idea. I'd rather close the idea than to try to expand it, okay? All right, so moving forward. Oh, I almost forgot. But before we move forward, guys, let me take this opportunity to congratulate my international students whom I personally coach. Thank you for availing our one-on-one coaching program. Okay, so these are my students who were able to pass the IELTS speaking examination, and these are the names of those particular students. So first, Jeffrey, Sir Jeff, band 7.5 in speaking. Doreen, band 7.5 in speaking. Rose Ched Mercado, band 7.5 in speaking. Jason, band 7.5 in speaking. Rhoda, band 7.5 in speaking. Abigail, band 7.5 in speaking. Lori, band 8.0 in speaking. Catherine C, band 8.0 in speaking. And Mark of Canada, band 8.5 in speaking. So let's give them a round of applause for passing their examination. Okay, guys. So I'm actually very proud always when students are messaging me and said, Sir Joseph, thank you. I was able to get my target score, and that is the speaking. And it's not the first time that I have taken the IELTS examination. I did not know why I waited for so long before I met you. Guys, you don't have to thank me. That was not me who was speaking on the examination. That was you. That was all you. So, yes, Liberty said an average score 7.5 and above. Yeah, technically, that what marks Elite Intellect 9 is that we are actually, what marks us is we actually get 7.5 and above, right? So, yeah, we have a question, I believe. Sir, how can we avail? Later on, guys, I'll tell you on how you can. Actually, yeah, we'll send you details later on. And Sir Jeff will send you as well. Okay, how to beat them? You can do it, right? You have to remember that was not me who was speaking on the examination. That was them, right? Be an elite intellect student, Mom Christine. Okay, yes. All right, guys. So I hope one of you guys will be my 9 on the international, right? I hope one of you guys will be my first 9.0. Oh no, my second 9.0 on the international, because the first 9.0 on the international cluster is Amandip Kaurjol. Yeah. Mandip Kaurjol, she's an Indian student that I have handled, and she was able to get a 9.0 in the speaking examination. All right. So later on, let's talk about the details. And also for the good news. Yes, I'm rooting for Zaya as well. I'm rooting for Zaya. Okay. So next one, guys. So thank you for your hard work, dedication, and willingness to learn and be corrected if necessary. Thank you for believing at Elite Intellect 9, and most importantly, thank you for bearing this in mind. Philippians 4:13, right? Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. This is what I always tell my students every time that they are in doubt, right? Every time that they are in doubt, every time that they ask themselves, sir, can I do it? Can I do it? Right? Philippians 4:13. Okay, wait, hold on. I think we have a message. Teams, yeah, Team Zealous. I'm Team Zealous too. I'm rooting for Zaya to get the 9.0. That's why Zaya, I think, and I will are about to start. I availed 1,080 AED for IELTS of review. If only I knew you earlier. Yeah, that's too expensive. 1,000 AED in pesos, guys. Can you convert that for me? Neoteric Zero. Neoteric. That's too much. Yeah, that's too much for the review. Okay, so later on, let's talk about that, guys. Oh, 14K, my God, for review? Gosh, that's too much. All right. So going back to the discussion, don't worry, guys. We'll talk about the good news that I have for you guys, okay? You have to hold on for the good news. I have a lot of good news in store for you tonight. Okay, so going back to the discussion, guys. Now, when you close the part 1, you can actually say, basically, that is what I think about that. Or, so that is my view as regards that matter. That is my discernment regarding that notion, right? If you felt like you are running out of ideas and cannot extend anymore, just close it on the part 1. But do not do this as often that it is just used on emergency situations, right? It's only used, guys. It's only recommended for you to do this when you run out of ideas in your head and you feel like you're about to pause, stop, or whatsoever. All right. So what else, guys? Now, when you are closing the part 3, now we have to focus on this one because this is a little bit more complex as compared to closing the part 1. Because on the part 1, guys, you can say, basically, that's my idea about that. So that is my view as regards that matter. You can actually say that is my discernment regarding that notion. But on the part 3, closing is a little bit different because here are the ways where you can close even if you run out of ideas, but still it will impress your examiners. So number 1, you can give a suggestion, right? You can give a suggestion on that particular notion. You can say, it is better recommended for your suggestion. Might as well, people should, and then your suggestion. It is suggested, and then your suggestion. Another thing that you can do is for you to give a prediction. It can be foreseen that if people were to, the blank or the subject will be attained. Unless people do an action, the subject might be done otherwise. All right. Sir, could you please give us an example on how to close on the part 3 using these? Okay, don't worry. So let's say that I ran out of ideas on the question, why is it important to study wild animals? Because I don't like wild animals. I only like the domesticated ones, the lions per se. I'm kidding. All right. Well, I do concur that educating the people as regards wild animals can be beneficial in a sense that they are aware of the dangers of handling these particular types of animals per se. Well, it is better recommended for them to be able to know certain restrictions as regards handling or how to protect these animals that was stated. Right. So as you can see, the answer there is not so great because I'm pretending that we are running out of ideas. That's an emergency situation on the speaking exam. You might run out of ideas, so you can close it by giving a recommendation. Now, what if, for example, I'm giving a prediction? The notion is, how can we solve the traffic or the garbage problem in your country? Rubbish is a long-running problem in the Philippines in a sense that people are not having the enough sense of discipline per se. Unless people discipline themselves or instill that apathy towards the situation is not something that can solve the particular problem, then the onerous situation might be there to stay otherwise. Look at that, guys. So we were able to close with a bang, even though you are running out of ideas. So you can give a prediction, give a suggestion if ever you run out of ideas, but do not do this all the time. Okay. So, sir, what is another way for me to close my ideas? Also, you can close your ideas in a sense that when closing the part 3, you can give a short, memorable sentence, right? A short, memorable sentence. I call this the Twitter sentence, right? It should be like a short message from Twitter. After all, stay hungry or stay foolish. So is that a quotation? Is that a cliche? No, it's just a short sentence. Or you can also give an interesting quotation. However, be careful not to opt for cliche and avoid interrogative endings. Sir, what are interrogative endings? Endings with a question mark, right? Okay, so what are the cliches? For example, after all, the family that prays together stays together. It's a Filipino cliche, right? Or an interrogative sentence. After all, what you saw is what you reap, right? There you go. That's an interrogative ending. So that's not a good way to end your particular delivery. So, sir, can you give me an idea? And I thank you. There you go. Standing in front of you is a 30-something-year-old stunner hailing all the way from Cabanatuan City, Philippines. I believe that what is beauty if your beauty is not recognizable? Thank you. Top stunner. Okay, so let's expand stay hungry or stay foolish, right? How can people improve in life? Well, of course, people have to do particular things for them to be able to amass further laurels in life. After all, stay hungry or stay foolish. There you go, as simple as that, right? That's short. However, I was able to close it instead of trying to expand it and do more harm on my speaking. All right. What else? An interesting quotation. Look at this one. Thereby, the end does not justify the means. Okay, sir, what do you mean by the end does not justify the means? What I have right now, it does not seem as what I did to get here. That's what it means, right? Not because you are successful today, it does not mean that you are actually relaxing. you did something for you to be successful. Sometimes people opted for hard work. Sometimes people opted for smart things for them to become successful. That's basically it. That's the meaning of the end does not justify the means, or whereupon by all and means all to, to procure the goal, right? Whereupon by all and means all to procure the goal. Sir, what do you mean by all and means all? When you say by all and means all, wanna make a guess on what particular quotation I have dressed up by using paraphrasing to come up with this memorable line or interesting quote? Wanna make a guess? By all and means all to procure the goal. All by myself? Ah, good guess, Sir Jeff. What else? Come on, guys. I'm excited to hear your guesses as regards this one. Buy one, take one. Buy one, take one. Angel's Burger. In general. Okay, what else? Okay, I'll give you a clue. It was a popular movie. It was a popular movie from Disney. Yeah. Together we stand, divided we fall. Together. Okay, good, Kenjel. Good guess. That was a movie. I know that some of you, that was my batch, right? Wow, cats in the house. We're all in this together. That's the song. High School Musical, right? We're all in this together. I have dressed it up to become, whereupon, by all and means all to procure the goal. It means that we're all in this together, right? Heal the world and make it a better place. Okay, guys. Okay, so I'm enjoying. Moving forward. All right. So you may use, Sir Joseph, I would like to ask. Okay, we have a question. Hold on, I think. Gladys here. Sir Joseph, I would like to ask if the words or phrases that we can use instead of because, yeah, instead of because, you can say due to the fact that, there you go, or entailing particular sense. Those are the words that you can actually use. Jeffrey, let it go. Elsa, frozen. Wait, I'm thinking of a witty comeback with that one. Yes, Gladys, you can actually say due to. Okay, thanks, sir. Realistically relating to the fact that. There you go. Thank you, Gerald. I think Gerald is the real corpus here. Yes, Gerald is the mother corpus. Realistically relating to the fact that. Okay, very good. Now, you may use the techniques to close part 3 on all the questions of the said portion. Right? You can use them. They are actually commendable ways to close that particular sense. Okay? So I think I need to call some of the family corpus. I'm looking for, okay, we have a username 6.5 priority. My dear, where are you aiming for 6.5? Always aim for a 7 and above. Okay, or better yet, guys, you should always aim for perfection, which is a 9.0. Aim for a 9.0, okay? Because if you were not able to get the 9.0, then of course you still have 8.5 to catch you. What's Leo's name here? Go Corpus family, let's go. Yeah, we're going to replace your names. All of us will be Corpus family. Pubical in Corpus. See, I told you that was the inspiration of Mother Corpus. Last speaking assessment. By the way, guys, on Wednesday, we will have another live speaking assessment. So if you would want to join us to be an observer or a participant, send a message to Sir Jeff so that he can make recommendations. We are going to accommodate 3 students on that particular day for the live assessment. However, the first slot will be for Jasper, okay? One of the students of mine, and then the other one, if you want, send a message to Sir Jeff so that you can join to be a participant. Pubicaline, paging Pubicaline Corpus. Where are you? Send a message so that I can see you. Oh, she's no longer here. I think she's on duty. Yeah. Okay. So later on, I'll call some of the Corpus family. All right. So, next one. Another corpus. Another corpus? Okay, let's call another corpus then. The mother corpus, Gerald Corpus, please step forward. Hold on. Where's Gerald Corpus? You have two accounts. Which one is the first one? Gerald.
Tawang-tawa ako.
Hello, Mother Corpus.
The mother of all.
Yes, Mother Corpus, that's the model of our corp. They were actually inspired by your speaking assessment last time because of the hashtag that we were able to talk.
Yeah, I
Hashtag?
made a I made a distinct
Error.
hashtag the last time.
Yes, that was a good hashtag. Hashtag to be.
Yes.
I think you should be changing your name. Okay, so Mother
Why are
Corpus.
the corpuses are keep on leaving the group?
Oh, the corpuses, I think they are on duty. Only Liberty Corpus is available tonight. Okay, so Gerald, I want you to try to close the statement, okay, by using an interesting quotation. All right?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, good. So the question is, why is it important to study history?
From my standpoint, history is a part of culture and traditions of every nation, and we should practice it based on our alacrity and perspicacity. Because after all, education is a continuous process.
Okay, yeah. After all, education is a continuous process, right? One cannot stop learning. Very good, mother of all corpuses. Thank you for that. Good job. All right, guys. Thank you. Okay. So, guys, yeah, Gerald actually started the corpus trend, believe me. So if you want to be if you want to be as great as Gerald as well, you can change your last name to Corpus. Okay. So moving forward, guys. Compartmentalize your speech. Sir, what do you mean by compartmentalize your speech? When I say compartmentalize your speech, it is not the same as compartment syndrome like we know at nursing, right? Compartmentalizing your speech simply means you are organizing your speech on a particular notion or grouping the ideas together so that you come up with commendable answers for your examiner in an organized sense in that matter. So, there are ways for us to compartmentalize our speech. It is completely normal and understandable that in some questions, it would be cumbersome to generate ideas. Yes, technically, that's normal. Compartmentalizing means arranging your ideas quickly to form a coherent thought and flow on your answers. Only use these techniques if you find the question difficult to expand. Okay. You're all most welcome to adopt my last name. Okay, guys. So, if, for example, you cannot organize your thoughts on that day, you can actually arrange it, or you may arrange it on the past, present, and future. This is the first compartmentalizing technique. So, if ever so you ran out of ideas, you may talk about the past, present, and future of the given topic. So, sir, how can we do that? Here's an example. The question is, talk about the activities of the people in your country. In the past, people like to spend their mornings and afternoons talking outside their homes about topics of the neighborhood. Today, given the pandemic, they use social media to cope with the previous trend. In the future, maybe they will have the freedom to do as such if the virus were to be extirpated. Right. So if you're going to look at this particular arrangement of ideas, guys, it is talking about the past, present, and future. You can use this as an emergency response if you cannot generate an idea quickly. Okay, what's the past, present, and future of this one? There you go. So, sir, what are you talking about when you said talking outside their homes? Hello, the neighbors are the original CCTVs. Right? Even before CCTVs were invented, there are the neighbors. We call it chikahan here in the Philippines. Yeah, you know what the chismosas in the canto? has moved to a better platform right now. They are using Zoom. there, there is a Zoom meeting, right? Zoom meeting chikahan from 4 Barangay 305. True, and Microsoft Team. Also, they are at Google Meet. Okay, so if ever you run out of ideas, you can arrange it from past, present, or future. Yeah, it's understandable that you do so. Another compartmentalism technique that I can teach you guys is for you to use succession. When you say succession, on this technique, you are basically arranging the ideas on their most logical order. Wait, Sir Jeff, I thought they were busy answering the modules of their children. Yes, that's the afternoon activity, Sir Jeff. That's the afternoon activity. The morning activity is Zoom meeting for chismisan. Afternoon, answer the modules of the children. And then before evening, 5 p.m. per se, that is the, what do you call this, Zoom meeting again, talking about the other neighbors. Yes, masteral module. Okay, yeah, they have to observe social distancing. 5G nosy group. Yeah, technically, yeah, sometimes. Okay, so, but guys, be careful. When you are using this for describing procedures or anything with a step, avoid saying step 1, step 2, and step 3. Okay? For example, the question is, how do you choose music? Well, of course, for me to choose music, step 1, I want to know the lyrics first. And then step 2, I would want to know if I am what do you call this? I can relate to that. Step 3, no, do not say step because it does not sound natural at all. Okay, so how can you arrange the data? Look at this one. How do the children in your country choose a future degree? So, of course, they need to consider their interests first, after which they should see if the degree has surging potentials for their financial stability. Lastly, they need to look at their strengths and weaknesses to examine the viability of their future profession. So if you're going to look at this one, guys, we're just arranging the data from the first procedure to the next step and on to the last step. Usually applicable if you cannot arrange ideas in your head. Sometimes it is better for you to do it this way, right? Okay, so next one, guys. Okay. You can also arrange the ideas using the cause and effect. So this technique is applicable to certain phenomenon which has a significant impact for the people. So here's an example. The question is, what is your view about the traffic problem in your country? All right. Timely. Regardless of the excuses, I surmise that the causative factor is the apathy of the people towards heavy traffic. Therefore, this might impact the productivity of the people since they are always late in attending their work or studies. Look at that one. The cause is the apathy of the people. And then the effect is it affects their productivity because they are always late. So what a good way to detail, right? Okay. And for the next one, guys, problem and solution. You can arrange the information utilizing problem and solution. So how can you do this? You can actually say this may be utilized for issues brought about by a bigger topic. However, usually there are foreseeable solutions. So here's an example, guys. What are the impacts of the garbage problem in your country? The atrocities brought about by the topic may be colossal, one of which is a rise in health hazard, especially for the people on unsanitary places. I surmise that to curtail this, the government should focus more on stricter littering implementations once and for all. There you go. I think my MacBook automatically corrected brought to bro. Sorry. All right. So when you are arranging the problem that is brought about by problem in garbage is health hazards. Solution, stricter implementations towards littering. There you go. And in emergency situations, you can also arrange your data to state the advantage and disadvantage of something. May be effective to describe two sides of the equation. Good for detailing. All right. So let's take a look at the sample question. Is studying abroad popular in your country? Well, indeed it is. A lot of students opt to attain erudition abroad. This may provide the prowess of being globally competent and advanced. However, there are strikes in doing so. The prejudice acts, the depression, not to mention the financial burden of studying in another country. There you go, guys. So as you can see, this particular type of answer arranged that to the advantage and disadvantage of the topic. Usually, a good way to detail if you can see the certain advantages and disadvantages of particular questions on the examination. All right. So how are we, guys? Are we still learning? I do like it that every time I'm discussing something, you guys are not typing something. Oh, I thought however and moreover are being used only. Yeah, although I do apologize for that one if we were able to use however here. Okay, I'll correct it on your handout later on. All right. So guys, when you are arranging these particular, on the particular ways that they are stated here, you can actually make ideas clearer in a sense. Okay, so in emergency situations, you may compartmentalize on your particular speech delivery so that you will be able to come up with more logical answers. All right, so these are just some of the techniques for the part one. However, wait, we have exciting news for you guys. Please stay for the Q&A, okay? Before we even end, I would like, as a way to say thank you, starting next week, we will be providing free Zoom speaking practice rooms for all, okay? So I will be communicating with Sir Jeff for the Elite Talk Zoom room, okay? So let me introduce to you Elite Talk, okay? So Elite Talk is a free Zoom room for all to practice, learn, and share on your speaking test. Right. So here are the Elite Talk schedules that we will be doing. So for the free Zoom practice group, guys, the schedules would be Tuesdays to Saturdays. That's 12. This is Philippines time. Okay. So that's 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. And of course, practice, learn, share, and have fun at Elite Talk. So, sir, how does that work? You are going to be given a link. You can actually be, yes, I will be there as well too. Guide you guys. All right. You will be actually given a link, guys, and then you can log in, and then some of your classmates will be there, and then you can practice with each other. I will be uploading PDF versions on that Elite Talk room with which you can actually use those particular question guides for you to ask each other a question. Okay? It's a free space for you guys to learn with your friends. Okay? This is a way for me to say thank you for patronizing the one-on-one coaching of Elite Intellect 9 for the past months. And of course, guys, apart from that, on Wednesday, we are going to have another live assessment or speaking assessment here at 10 p.m., guys. So if you want to become a participant, we will be catering to 3 students on Wednesday for the live assessment. If you want to become a participant, you can send Sir Jeff a message, explain to him why you want to be a participant, why do you want to be interviewed by Sir Joseph, and why do you want to be corrected by Sir Joseph on that day. Okay, so this will be happening every Wednesdays, 10 p.m. from now on. And then on Saturday next week, that will be the part 2 of our lecture for this week because yeah, the idea is way too long. I don't want to burden your minds, guys. I want you to master these first before we move on to the next topic. All right? And of course, guys, the anniversary promo is still up for grabs for you guys, no? One-on-one coaching promos are still up for grabs, right? Of course, guys, instead of paying 6,500 for the IELTS review, that's just 3,999 for PTE, same. And of course, for OET, 4,999. And of course, for NCLEX, guys, that is 9,999 instead of 20,000. So you may reach us at Elite Intellect 9, Cabanatuan City. That's our Facebook page. Then, of course, we will be sending you the link later on with Sir Jeff. Okay, guys? So, you have to remember that we are here to help you and assist you guys, okay? So don't you worry, I'll do my best for me to be able to cater to you guys on the international cluster as best as I can. All right, so never delay the plans of the Lord of a better future for you. Some people are just good at making excuses at this particular point we're in. Yeah, it's the pandemic. I don't want to move just yet. But then again, if you are delaying what the Lord has in store for you, you are already deciding for your fate, right, in life. So do not delay. I want you guys that one of these days you will look back after the pandemic that, yes, at that time, I was able to process for my IELTS. I was able to learn. I took that opportunity for me to get to the United States of America, right? Instead of saying, I'm about to start. No. Okay? So let us proceed to our question and answer portion. So if you have any questions, guys, please type your questions onto our chat box. You're welcome, guys. So if you want to inquire for our one-on-one coaching program and for our intensive review program, you may send a message to Elite Intellect 9. Here's our Facebook page. Sir Jello has sent you the link, and also Sir Jeff will be sending you the link later on. So if you have any questions, guys, please type them into our chat box. Thank you so much. You're very welcome, my dear. It's my pleasure to always lecture for you guys. Thank you, Sir Clint. You're welcome. Okay, so if you guys are available on Wednesday, we will be under the live assessment at 10 p.m. onwards. Okay, 10 p.m. onwards, Jasper will be our first participant. Thanks, Mother. You're welcome, Mother. So any questions, guys? Please type your questions so that I will be able to address it. Okay, let me unmute Sir Jeff. So if you have any message for Sir Jeff, thank you, sir, as always. Kendall, you're always welcome, my dear. One of my best students. Sir Jeff, where's Sir Jeffrey? Thank you, sir. You're welcome, Marian, my love. Sir Jeffrey, where are you? I cannot see you. There you are. Okay. All right. I think we have a question. Is the promo, does the promo include listening, reading, and writing? Yes, we do actually have the intensive promo for that. That includes listening, reading, and writing. Okay, Sir Jeff will be sending you the promo later on. Sir Jeff, you're unmuting.
Yeah,
You're unmuted.
no, yeah, I'm unmuted already. So, guys, so you already heard the announcement. So everything is already provided for you. So take this opportunity and don't be shy. As you can see, the list of the pastors. So I think it's minimum 7.5. So just put a lot of hard work, and this little money, it's also part of your investment for your future. So don't. It's not wasting of money. Well, actually, it's just a little amount, especially if you're working outside the Philippines. Compared to the other review centers, so I think this is very, what can you say, this one, very affordable and reasonable. Okay, so later I will send it all the things like the link and as well as the PDF copy of this lecture. But I think this is just only a part one, right? So
Yes,
next week we will have our part two.
yes. And
Yes,
Wednesday, Sir Jeff, the live speaking assessment.
yes. And then
Yes.
later on, I think I will speak with Sir Clint again for the part two of our speaking battle.
I'm excited for
I'm
that.
I'm excited for Gerald.
I already have a lot of candidates for
Corpus,
that.
yes, Corpus family, you are promising.
Yes, the Corpus family. Yes. So on Wednesday, guys, we're going to be doing the live assessment and then another lecture. And then, of course, the speaking battle. So we are excited that we will be able to do that. All right. So any more questions, guys, before we end our meeting for tonight?
Okay, I think there is no more question. So just send me a private message, either WhatsApp
Okay.
or on my Facebook.
Yes. Thank you, Sir Jeff. Thank you again, Sir Jeff, for giving me this opportunity to lecture to them. So I'm excited to see you guys next week. Okay, Sir Jeff, give me 30 minutes to 1 hour to prepare the PDF. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thanks everyone.
All right, guys. So see you on Wednesday for the speaking assessment. Have a great day. Sending my love to you guys from the Philippines. I love you all, my international babies. Have a great day. God bless you guys. Bye bye.
Thanks, bye.